In today's video, we search for the best Jund deck. Welcome back, ghouls and goblins. I hope you're having a magical day. My name is Hello Good Game, and I'm pleased to be your host within this Magic the Gathering Arena deck guide video, in which we'll be breaking down in depth our deck list, discussing both the strategies and synergies held within, with hopes of providing you with a deeper understanding of how to pilot this deck effectively and efficiently, right? Furthermore, we're going to demonstrate all of this within our Mythic ranked gameplay footage against the best decks as well as players in-game. It's as simple as that. Finally, wrapping up with our concluding thoughts, deck review, and channel news, right? It's very easy, very straightforward. Thank you all so much for your help and support throughout my journey here. You want to get in on it, leave a like, drop a comment down below, subscribe to the channel, and if you ever want to hang out with the community, join the community Discord. Description has the link down below. Let's take a look at the deck, yeah?
It's a new lap record!
Oakley dokily. Here we are with Jundum Artifacts. A deck that we've been working with for a while now. Really just adjusting our card totals, finding something that works well against the current meta. And honestly, I think we have a very good matchup against both the aggro decks that we're currently seeing, as well as the influx of control builds. Okay, so at the end of the day, you know, there's no key card here. The key will be our artifact synergy. It's very much an artifact-based deck, right? So let's get right after it. The Teething Wurmlet for 1 mana, a 1/1 Death Touch if we have 3 or more artifacts, right? So this is acting as quasi-removal eventually. It also will generate life. Whenever an artifact enters play, under your control, you gain 1 life, right? And if it's the first time this is triggering, each turn, you'll also put a +1/+1 counter on the Wurmlet, which is pretty cool as far as, you know, compounding goes, right? If you can have multiple artifacts enter, you're gaining life, which is great, sustaining yourself, and then becoming more formidable within your power and toughness, right? Which is pretty cool. And then also, you know, that's really it. The Voldaren Epicure for 1 will create an artifact. It's a blood token. You can pay 1, discarding a card, sacrificing it to draw a card, which is nice. It's also going to deal 1 damage to your opponent when it enters the battlefield. So that's going to push up the Wurmlet. The Bloodtithe Harvester will generate a blood token on entry as well for 2 as a 3/2. And of course, it can sacrifice itself to deal or provide another creature your opponent controls with -X/-X, where X is twice the number of blood tokens that you control at sorcery speed, which is pretty decent, right? And then, you know, moving on, we have the Sharp-Eyed Rookie for 2 mana, a 2/2 with Vigilance. Whenever a creature enters the battlefield, if it has greater power or toughness than the rookie, put a +1/+1 counter on it, which is pretty decent, right? You know, we have the Harvester, we have Glissa, we have the Sentinel, we have Sheoldred and the Dracosaur, which would all trigger it, right? So, you know, majority triggers, which is quite nice. And it will Investigate, which is the generation of a clue artifact, which would trigger something like the Wurmlet, right? We can pay 2, sacrifice it, draw a card, always nice to continue drawing. As aforementioned, we have the Sentinel in deck as well for 3 mana as a 3/4 with Vigilance. When it enters the battlefield or attacks, create a map token. This is going to be really nice to help us find land, curve out consistently, right? Paying 1, sacrificing it, explore a target creature. That creature gets +1/+1 if the top card of your library, which you will reveal, is a non-land. If it's a land, it's into your hand, which is quite nice, okay? And then finally, we will be utilizing the Bonehoard Dracosaur for 5 as a 5/5 with flying and first strike. At the beginning of your upkeep, you may exile the top 2. Well, you don't. You will. It's not a may. Exile the top 2 of your library. You may play them this turn, though. And if you exiled a non-land, create a treasure. And if you exiled a land, create a 3/1 token creature, which is nice. So, you know, there's more artifact generation there. The rest of the deck is, you know, not really revolving around that so much. The removal a little bit. Glare for 1 mana, destroying creature or planeswalker at sorcery as an additional casting cost. Sack an artifact or creature. right? So that's, you know, a little bit there, as well as Surge, instant speed for 1, 2 damage to creature or planeswalker if you sack an artifact 4 instead, which is pretty groovy, to be honest. And then, you know, we're just filling in the deck with the best cards possible. 2 copies of Glissa for 3 is a 3/3 with First Strike and Death Touch. Whenever you deal combat damage to an opponent with Glissa, choose one of the 3. Drawing a card, losing 1 life, destroying target enchantment, and not target artifact HGG. LOL. Removing 3 counters from up to 1 target permanent, which could be, you know, a planeswalker, an enchantment or artifacts that they may have, or a land or something, right? So, or even just a creature, I suppose. Sheoldred, 4/5 with Death Touch for 4. Whenever you draw, gain 2. Whenever they draw, lose 2, which is nice. And finally, Virtue of Persistence for 7. At the beginning of our upkeep, grab a creature from any graveyard into the battlefield under our control. Lockthwain Scorn for 2 at sorcery. Creature gets -3/-3 until the end of turn. We gain 2 life, which is pretty decent as well. So, you know, a fair amount of removal within the deck. We also have Death Touch in build, acting as quasi-removal in conjunction with First Strike, which is basically the same. And then, you know, just a lot of value generation within the deck. The Dracosaur, big time. Glissa to a certain extent, right? Sentinel to a certain extent as well. Even Sharp-Eyed Rookie and the blood tokens as well don't hurt. And then the recursion of everything is very, very good. So the deck slaps. I hope you enjoy it. I know I have been. There's a Mirrex here. I'm sure you already picked up on that. A creature land, which is nice. It can also generate an artifact through the food token. A bunch of duels to keep it consistent. And then, you know, a few more utility lands to make sure that we're getting all the possible value out of our mana base that we can. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, become a YouTube member, join the community Discord, but most importantly, kick back, relax, and enjoy today's gameplay footage. Let's roll out. Going first. Oh, okay, cool. But the land is not all there. I'm going to keep it. We have a Surge into a Sentinel, which should help find our land that we're looking for. Oh no. Perfect. Hello. Glissa can kill that vault, which is going to be good. So we go with Glissa as a priority drop here. Ooh, looks like we're going to get it. Do you think they have removal? Oh, it's only enchantment. I thought it was artifact or enchantment. I'm such a silly goose. Okay. Well, in that case, I'm in a lot of trouble. Oh, no. Only enchantment, you say? Ugh. I'm going to go with Glissa as a priority drop. Are you sure? At this point, I've become so complacent. It's brutal. I still have fun, though. I love the game. And it's like, you know, it's for entertainment purposes. It's not like a tournament or anything. Like, just have some fun, you know. We could break down every single card and go through, like, it's super in-depth and not make any mistakes, but somehow I don't think it would be as entertaining. Map token on the Vigilance creature. Wurmlet can go. A little late. Let's beat down. Not worried about our life total. Take them to 6. Your lack of Glissa knowledge is disturbing. All right, here is where we either lose the game or win the game. We already seen them have it, but it might need to enter there this turn, and well, that's it. Ooh. That's going to be good game because of Sheoldred's ability, limiting their draw. Going first, top 600 player. Wow. I am in trouble. Playing on 1, not playing on 2. This is a tapped land. Playing again on, well, you know, we are playing on 2, I suppose, but not curving out. Playing as Boros Convoke because it always is. Most likely always will be. It's a very good deck. No attack, pass over. Okay, now they play 15 cards. Now they don't have red source. Lame. Double block Adelphia. I don't think that's very good. Right? They only get 1, and that's really good for you to have for the Convoke. But they know that. They're a top player. But they know that! They're a top player! We all feel shame, though. Doesn't matter how high on the ladder we are. Sometimes, you know, that's the saying, right? The higher you are, the harder you fall. The taller you are? I don't actually know that saying off the top of my head. You know. You know. On the draw, nice land. And honestly, pretty good hand, I guess. Two, 3, 4, 5. I'm here. You're here. You're life gain deck though, so this could be problematic. That's good. We can attack here, I believe. With the Vigilance. Double block is good for me. And we may as well take the damage. We're still looking for removal. Oh. Interesting. Very good. Interesting, though. I need another blood token. Okay. And I have to take the voice, not Sheoldred. It is what it is. Not my favorite playline. Pretty active there. Can I do it too? I'll go the other way. Now this is magic, baby. Let's go. Do you think we can laugh them? It's a new lap record. Oh my god. That's too much. That is too much. We should still wait a little bit. There's no way you sacrifice your creature. You'd be insane. Yeah, we could play Simon Says together. That's the new Magic meta. Let's take the draw engine. Draw to 16. If they have any removal, it'll hit Shelly. Let's swing for 4. I dare you, dude. Of course, we could sack the Harvester to take Sheoldred if they did decide to block. It'd be 2 for 1 for them, but then I would have a Sheoldred in play and they would not. And that's a pretty big deal. Land. Oh! Nice. We're back to needing another blood token. They can also... Well, no, I don't think they want to do that. That transforms as well, which is pretty good. And allows them to cast things from the grave. Nice. I can exile from the grave, though. Should we swing with our Sheoldred as well? I mean, why not? No, because then they'd play their Sheoldred right back again. And the same thing, like if they block, we hit it with the Harvester. Or do we? I mean, it will have a finality counter on it. Maybe we should. I think that's fine. And then we can cycle this land while Sheoldred's not in play. We're going to go up to 18. Of course, it's another land. It always is. And, yeah, I mean, they draw to 12. They're going to play their Sheoldred from grave, which is whatever. Voice goes to 4, if not more. It's fun to say. Oh. How many life have they gained? I don't think enough. Wow. Okay. Nice. So this is kind of like one of those times, right? Like, it's a destroy, so we should probably take Sheoldred. Because they're just going to play it from their grave again, right? But this is going to give itself life gain. And become a 5/5. Which I can easily shut down. Let's swing for 5. Maybe they block with the angel, replay the angel from grave. I don't know. Maybe just block with the veteran. Replay the veteran from grave. That's nice and cheap. Trading with it with a voice. Gonna replay that voice from the grave. I would assume they are at 2 gained. This is going to be 3 gained. That's going to be 4/5. Nice. We take it, though. They lose a land. which is great. And then another body entering for the voice. Give me that value, baby. Give me that value. Oh, well. Okay, down to 14. Well, actually staying at 16. We kill Sheoldred, it unlocks our draws. But this needs to go, right? Who cares about the draws? It's equaled out. It's zeroed out. Voice is good. I'll take that Thutch too, if anybody wants to trade. An irresistible offer. See what we get. Always. I mean, I'm surprised you were expecting anything. I know, right? So as long as they don't kill the Dracosaur, that's fine. Gaining 2 life. There's no creatures in grave for the journal yet. Can they double dump? 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, not yet. I don't trust it. It's a Wandering Emperor with first strike. You think you can fool me, bro? Which you may as well take Sheoldred. Oh, it's just another Sheoldred. Well, that's different. Acceptable, though. I guess gaining a 3rd life. That's not 5. I myself will draw. Remaining at 16. Every time. It's a good thing Bonehoard's here to save us. Just 2 more land. Nice. This should seal the deal. It really should. I think. Did they run field wipes? Question mark, question mark, question mark, dot, dot, dot. I hope not. Big chillin'. If we can just get a turn or 2 with the Bonehoards out, there's no way they come back from it. Hey, that's not bad, though. That's pretty cool. Nice. That's good, too. Toss a line and draw. I'll keep it. This is good to take. Because they'll replay the other stuff. It's like the treasure. We have so many land. Right? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yes, 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 yes. 2 more land? Yep. Okay, as expected. Can we make it 3? What a world. All right, let's keep digging. I'm sure there's some removal here somewhere. That's worth playing, though. It can find the next land and we can continue cycling. Oh, gosh. Oh, gosh. I mean, they actually are forced to block that. And then replaying it from the grave, it's not able to attack. It's going to have summoning sickness. Ooh, Elish Norn is good. Goes to the grave. They could replay it from the grave. That's fine too, right? Nice. Ellie, 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 A. Explore Adelphia. A little bit of damage there, huh? Okay. No flyers, though. That's a bit of a problem. Ooh. They're going for it. Nice. Good game, dude. Going first. Nice land. And an immaculate curve. Kind of slow land, though. Let's see if we can fix it along the way. If not, missing a turn's not the end of the world. Gaining life. They're tapped. Let's hit 1 to 19. Removal on deck. Land out. Hit for 4. Ardenvale's Fealty? No. Cut down? Get lost? Okay. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. Okay, it's not doing anything. We're taking it immediately. Which is beautiful. Hashtag get blasted. No land. This should help us find it next turn. Give her 1. Down to 17. Ooh. Hello. Making a Toucan Sam. push up the Epicure. No land, though. I need a land. Dunk on the Spirit. Kill Kaya. Where do we leave Kaya? No, because they could play a creature and then use Kaya's minus, right? So let's take it now.
I'll be back. Just you wait.
Wurmlet out. Draw land. Draw land. Thank you. I had to work for it. Ooh. So there's more field wipes here. This is a nice mid-range deck. Take them both, right? Or just get one at a time. Keep our Wurmlet alive. Three in hand. Land. Two in hand. Ashiok's a draw engine. They have a field wipe. You know it. You can tell. You can tell. Oh, Sunfall Adelphia. No. I'm classy. Path of Peril. Keeping it classy. You get Sunfall next time. Don't worry. 2 more tokens. Coming at ya. Can I get a land off the top? No. Nothing I'm comfortable with discarding with a blood token cycle, so let's just play Shelly, Ellie, and hopefully there's no removal. Ashiok is a non-draw base value engine. Oh, nice. Which they probably should have done first and kept this card in hand. Another draw engine. Very good. Yeah. Hit for 5. Yeah. All or nothing? I mean, I've been playing this deck for a while now, and it's been a lot of lands. So it's kind of crazy that we've locked out on 4 here. Right? Like, drawing 10, 15 lands in a match. Or 4. You know, either or. Whichever. You pick. You pick. You know? Okay, cool. I think this match might be over. Oh! Well, what do you think now? And would you say that it's your feelings of the match have improved or declined? You don't know me. Big money, no whammies. Definitely not our 5th land, because that would be illegal. I just can't. Oh, your 8th land? You're playing now. Huh. It's like you're playing 2 games and I'm only playing 1. They're like, no, I'm playing 1 and you're playing half of 1. Let's get that straight. Oh, no. Oh, I'm a match half played kind of guy. You know, I get a little tired. I think we can wrap up. It's been a pleasure. Until next time. Going first. Not like it'll help us. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. In slow. Removal at the ready. At least it's not a Boros aggro deck. Hashtag grateful. Shelly's out on curve. Bone Daddy. Coming up the rear. Okay, what you got, Willis? Bloodtithe Harvester. Oh, I was just thinking back to how I used to pronounce that. We've come a long ways. We've come a long way. I'm just going to take it for 2. It seems pretty straightforward. Nothing serious. And, you know, we could take it, but they get a land, and, you know, I'm just not down to clown, I don't think. Seeing as it's my... Oh. Was your 5th. It was your 5th. Okay. I was scared it was going to be another discard. Okay. Okay. I'm sure they have removal. Let's see. Nah. I was kind of thinking like, no, thank you. Drawing a card down to 16. Hitting us for 5 to 11. Raid in play, down to 10. They go to 17. Oh, yeah. And if they couldn't remove Sheoldred, I don't think they can remove Bonehoard. And this goes from pretty bad to, oh my lord, I'm in trouble. Play with fire. Oh, they think they can race us? Yeah, you're down to 10. Well, up to 11. And I'm winning the game. Oh, Sheoldred. Silly. Oh, yeah? The Shuffler is the final boss. It doesn't matter how high you get your ranking. You know, it all comes down to the matchmaker, the Shuffler, or as I'd like to pretend, it's a really easy way to like take any blame and just, you know, shove that away. Deflect, you know, it's not my fault. It's Frank's fault. It's Bill's fault. It's the Shuffler is the matchmaker. You know, but with that being said, we do have a deck that really allows us to mitigate the beast that is variance. The blood tokens, the explore tokens, the clue tokens all help do that. They're all available to us quite early within our matches, and you know that should help, you know, any of the problematic draws, right? The matchmaker's the matchmaker, but at the end of the day, the meta's the meta, and you should be playing within that, and you know, you can't just blame it on that if you're playing these jank decks, right? So sometimes you get a weird streak of a deck you're not great against, but that is what it is. And the Shuffler, well, you know, you should also be able to, you know, get around that with appropriate deck building. So I guess it is my fault. Thank you for watching, ghouls and goblins. I hope you have a magical day. If you enjoyed the deck, let me know in the comments below. If not, how can we improve it? If you need help with your own deck, join the community Discord, link in the description below. And I will see you soon in the next.